Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to you all to an extra special Daily Nerd Live. Yes, it's Valentine's Day, and as you may have known through my social media, yes, I have started dating again. After 16 years, I am back in the game, and yeah, I got some stories to share. So, with that being said, I know that Andy and Lewis are going to be coming in shortly. They're just wrapping up over on Popcorn Planet from where I've just come from. So, if you are watching live or on the replay and you haven't seen today's Pop Culture Justice live stream over on Popcorn Planet, do go over and check that out. We talk about Busta Rhymes attacking a female, but I think actually kind of for good cause. You'll see my rationale over there. Also, as well, people are freaking out over Chris Evans. Yes, Captain America himself. Why? Again, check out today's Pop Culture Live episode over on Popcorn Planet. With that being said, YouTube human reviewer, I always see you lurking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes, you guys. And to everyone else, awesome enough to have joined me live or click on this video on the replay. If you love this kind of fun on the daily, served with a little bit of sass and gobbiness, which is basically this, right? Do make sure you click on that subscribe button. Help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, and whatevers. I would love to know in the comments section, what's your best dating experience, your worst dating experience, the pitfalls, what to look out for, what's the good, the bad, the ugly. Do you know what? I need to hear it all now. I need to educate myself because it's been 16 years. Yes, 16 years since I was at last on the dating scene. And, yeah, I got a few stories to tell to give you guys updates on what the deuce has been going on. With that being said, though, as ever, for those that are watching live, right at the top of the pinned comment is my link tree for anyone that is considering donating today. You can do so in a various amount of ways. The preferred methods is PayPal, Stream Elements, and yes, I am back on Cash App, guys. They apologized. They said, yep, our bad. We shouldn't have kicked you off. And so they've completely reinstated me. So yes, you can consider sending your donations there again. You can always send a super chat if you want as well for your consideration. But guys, yeah, YouTube's taking 45% now of your donation. So if you want more of that to go to your favorite creators, always consider alternative means in which you can donate. For me, like I said, if you're considering Stream Elements, Cash App, and PayPal, all in the Linktree comment, which is pinned right at the top of the live chat, or if you're watching on the replay, it is in the description bar below. With that being said, let's say hi to a few of you first. See who's joining us for this extra special live edition before I start spilling some tea of my dating exploits so far. Tiffany Davidson. Hey up, Tiffany. How's it going? We've got Have Faith Farms as well in the house. Hello. And Project Metal Music. Dreadnought Metal 2006. Hey up, Chuck. How do? We've got Cash in the house, which, by the way, oh my goodness, Cash, thank you so much for joining and becoming a leader. I really appreciate your face. You now have exclusive access to all the emojis, the badges, the vlogs, all the vlogs that I uploaded last week from my Florida trip last month. Yes, anyone that's a subscriber, you only saw one of those vlogs. Oh, there's about 4 or 5 more for leaders only. So if you don't want to miss out and you want to know all the fun that I had for last month, you can consider becoming a leader today. So you have then exclusive access to those vlogs. Also, as well, once a month we do leader-only streams. Just me and the leaders, chilling, chatting, having some fun, playing some games, and this month's leader only stream is coming up. So do stay tuned on the community tab for when I announce that. But Cash, again, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate your face. We've got Mason and Thunder and Wendy and Michael Nothing. Hey up, my friend. How's it going, dude? Appreciate your face. We've got Margie M and Josie and Mama Rose saying, she that like button like you want to stash your Valentine tonight. Yeah, no Valentine as of yet. Maybe next year. But at the moment, I've just started out. And I'm going to explain in a moment. Oh my goodness. Have times changed? Oh, they've changed so much. Disa Maria, SMG. Manson Cases. Yo, Manson Cases. Hey up, Lisa. How's it going, honey? I appreciate you so much. Hope you're doing well. Just seen your latest DM. So that's why they want to change court system. That makes a buttload of sense. It really does, actually. And very, very smart on Manson's team to do that, may I add. Kirsten Grove, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Saying, hello again, beautiful. I'm ready for your stories. Oh, I don't know if you're ready. But buckle down for this one. Just to keep it 100, any donations that you do consider sending to me is going towards the upgrade in the computer fund. Big Crystal is pretty much on her last legs. Everything that's plugged into her, she's struggling. So I need to upgrade to a more powerful computer that can literally handle everything that's plugged in right now. And not just shut off like that, just randomly, because that is what is happening at the moment. So, yep. All goes towards the upgrade of Big Crystal. So, Kirsten, thank you so much for helping towards that. AM says, so you're saying there's a chance? Oh, yes. I am open to the possibilities. Let's see what's out there. And just have some fun along the way, really. Not like one-nighters, because I am not that kind of chick at all. I'm really, really not. I am here to look for a long-term relationship. That's that's my comfort zone. That's where I like to live in when it comes to romance. Long-term relationship. The usual, the soulmate, you live with them for the rest of your life, and you actually get damn married, and not be engaged for literally 15 years. But yeah, actually, yeah, that is what I'm looking for. And I'll get into a little bit more about what I'm looking for once I've said hi to a few more of you. Sadie says, happy Valentine's Day, Steph and chat. Well, happy Valentine's Day to you too. Josie says, I went out with my husband tonight and he surprised me with my flowers and a heart-shaped chocolate box and a diamond necklace. Yes, big props for that. That's absolutely awesome, especially with the diamond necklace. Yeah, big major brownie points there. Abso-freaking-lutely. Deza Maria says, that's a long time. It's been over 20 years for me. Oh, yeah, it's a long time. And the world is completely different. It is completely different. Hey, Valhalla awaits. Hello, my friend. How's it going? Deza Maria says, Cash App isn't working in my country. Oh, my goodness. I do apologize for that. It does work in certain countries and not others. But if you are considering donating, there are other options that may work for you, Disa Maria, such as PayPal and Stream Elements, which is on my link tree as well. Dreadnought Metal 2006. Well, Stef The Alter Nerd and others, in case you should feel a bit uneasy about things, though you feel you're far gone, never to love again, remember to have faith now, the sun will rise again. Now, that's cute. That is cute. That is very, very cute. Michael Nothing says, dating today is a horrible time, LOL. Oh, yeah, I'm bracing me, Sen. I am very much bracing myself. Yeah. Wendy says, loved the vlogs. Hey, I'm glad you loved them. Dear Manna says, how can it possibly be 16 years? You only look 16 years. Oh, I was born in 1986. I'm 36 years old, turning 37 this year. So, yeah. I met my ex-partner in my second year of university. Yeah. That far back, guys. That far back. And yeah, at that time, the iPhone had just come out and there was no such thing as dating apps at all. There was online dating, of course, like Plenty of Fish and all that malarkey, but there was a stigma to online dating at that stage. You know, if you were to date, it would, you'd meet someone through a friend or an acquaintance and you'd go to a pub or bar or restaurant. And, that was the societal kind of accepted way of dating. If you did online dating, it was like a stigma towards it. Now, oh no, that stigma's gone. you literally just go on your phone and it's like a couple of apps and away you go, right? Oh, times have changed, guys. Times have changed. Caitlin says, hi, Steph. I'm almost ready after 20 years. It's a whole new world, LOL. Oh, yes, indeed it is. We've got the Chaos Druid in the house and Rachel Rimmer. Cash says, last time I dated, proper dated apps and things were over 14 years ago. Oh, yeah, it's changed. It's changed. Wendy says, please link the best way to send funds. It's all in my link tree, which is right at the top of the pinned, right at the top of the live chat, Wendy. There's a pinned comment with my link tree. If you go in there, that's like the preferred way of donating if you are considering that. Cash App, PayPal, and Stream Elements if you are considering donating. And if you are, thank you so much for your consideration. It's very, very kind of you to consider in the first place. So thank you for that, Wendy. Cash says, male or female? Male. Yes, I am straight. Male. I did dabble with female once, but nah, not for me. Not for me. Tap Out says, so glad to see you dating again. I'd love to take you on a date. Well, if we meet each other on an app, maybe. But nah. I would rather meet someone that is not that is separate from this, right? I'd rather meet someone that's separate from this world, separate from this community per se. Yeah. So I can introduce them to it and show them this world and get them into it and all that. But I suppose part of like the excitement will be able to like share this. And if they already know about it, it's like, well, the surprise has gone anyway. Like, what is there to show if you already know? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, preferably. Oh, Deezer says, yeah, I'll use PayPal Steph to donate if you upgrade into a new computer. Well, thank you so much for considering doing that, Deezer Maria. You are very kind as always. Yeah, Becky says, I must know, when you're recording YouTube human reviewer speech, do you ever get tongue-tied and have to re-record it? Because I would get so tongue-tied. No, it comes across very naturally because I've done it for so long now. It's just like auto robot in a way. It's like, YouTube human reviewer, I see you lurking. Like, yeah, it's just an auto like thing now. I just rolls off the tongue. It's more like at the beginning. So when I'm doing like my pre-intro, like a little bit of a spiel, then my intro, and then I talk a little bit and then go into YouTube human reviewer. It's usually like that bit where I'm introducing the topic that I'm talking about, where I can get a little bit tongue-tied and then I've got to re-record it. Usually, though, I can pretty much do it in one take and I'm done within like 10 minutes or so. So, yeah, if I ever get tongue tied, it's usually that bit, not the YouTube human reviewer speech. Stephen LeCane. Hello, Steph. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Josie says, Steph, brace yourself because it'll come to you when you least expect it. Yeah, I think it will. But I think that with the universe, I firmly believe that things will come to you when you are open about it and when you make yourself available for the universe to give you, when the universe provides. Does that make sense? If you're closed off, then you're not going to receive what the universe wants to provide, right? But if you open yourself up and you make yourself available, then it gives the opportunity for the universe to provide. Does that make sense? I do believe that it is going to come to me when I least expect it. But in the meantime, if I create the opportunities and just see what happens, like no pressure, no nothing, and just see where it goes. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Amy in the house. Hey up, Steph. Did you watch my first video on my channel of 10 dating apps exposed? No, but I need to check that out. Because I've tried one dating app so far, and I'm not really that impressed with it. Even though it came highly recommended by someone in America that I still trust and still respect. Like, she is a freaking badass and a goddess, don't get me wrong. But I just don't think it's that widely used at the moment over in the UK because I've already gone through all my matches. And there's no one left for me to choose. It's like, is that it? Is that it? Okay. Jules is in the house. Hey up, Jules. How's it going? Amy says foodie call is the new booty call. Well, that would work for me because I can't drink alcohol anyway. But I'm no booty call person. No. Again, I'm very much, I want a long-term relationship. If I'm going to go there, it's because I'm in a long-term relationship. No. It's yeah. Lock and key down there. Right. So, let's Becky says, and it does come off so natural, my YouTube human reviewer speech. It's an amazing speech, makes me smile. Well, I'm glad it does. Oh, Tickle Tits McGee is in the house. Hey up, my friend. Saying, plus you might want to avoid dating a potential stalker. Yeah. I really do need to vet these people. I certainly understand that. And yeah, I don't really want to, no, not from, I don't know. I just think dating someone from, how do I put this? Dating someone from your subscriber community, for me personally, no. Rachel Rimmer, thank you so much for the £4.99 super chat. Really appreciate your face. Saying, Steph, last listen. I'm the same age, 1986. Hey, 86 babies! We have loads of time. Have a brew. Yes, we do. We do have loads of time. But, you know, I feel like I am ready to start dipping my toe in the water, see what's out there, become open to the possibilities of like romance and a relationship again. So yeah, I'm opening the doors, letting the gate down and seeing what the universe is going to provide, basically. So we'll see what happens. Sharon says, I met my now husband through a dating app in 2004. It was so successful. I ended up moving to the other side of the world for a life in paradise. Wow. That's insane. Good for you. Mason Bennett says, Trevor Colt says it too now. He gave you a shout out today. I know. Oh my goodness. I watched his video today and he did. Um, Trevor and I are mates and we've been speaking behind the scenes about the issues he's having at the moment on this platform. And I've been giving him as much help as I can and support that I can, however small it is, and giving him a little bit of advice and a little bit of knowledge with data protection laws and access and all that malarkey. So it's my honor and pleasure to A, know him, B, call him a mate, and see if we can be able to help him any which way I can. Make sure you're following me at Stef The Alter Nerd on Twitter. I am pretty much posting daily to YouTube to get his monetization restored, because to me what they're doing at the moment is insane and not right. To someone who is literally a veteran of the UK Armed Forces that has fought for our country, fought for our freedoms, and they're treating him like this. He's literally the recipient of the Military Cross, which is one of the highest accolades that you can get in the UK, military-wise. Like, he's no joke. And they're treating him like this. Like, no, it's absolutely outrageous. So, yeah, follow me on Twitter at Stef The Alter Nerd. I'm pretty much sharing daily, contacting YouTube. I'd really appreciate if you did like those tweets, retweeted them, shared them, commented, everything, to get YouTube's attention to restore Trevor Cult's monetization on this platform. Eric says, why didn't you date for 16 years? Well, for 15 years of that, I was in a long-term relationship, which ended last year in May. So that's why. That's why. Let's see. CC007 says, I love you, Steph. All the way from LA, California. Oh, appreciate you too. Thank you so much. Phantasmic Ether says, Stef The Alter Nerd, love you. I'm the past several months, your aura has brightened so much and you're always glowing. So happy you're in this bright new chapter. You deserve only the best. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. One thing I'm definitely looking for in a dude, before I really get into like the story time of this app situation, is they better have a damn passport. I want them to actually have a passport for realsies so that they can literally go over and come with me to Italy and meet my family, like all my family, and, experience my second home, experience all of my culture, that side, If you don't have a passport, sorry, I'm not jiving. We're done. Oh, I've been there, done that. No, you gotta have a passport. Simple as that. Very, very important to me, that. That is definitely a deal breaker. Definitely a deal breaker. I think it's only fair that, because the majority of my family is in Italy, guys. Like, no joke. That is my second home. I do have a second life over there. I think it's only reasonable, I believe, that, yeah, you have a passport, dude. Whoever I meet, you have a passport. Have a passport. Because if we do get serious and we do enter a long-term relationship, yeah, you're going to be meeting my family. And whenever there's family events, you come over with me, and so I'm not going over on my own, and things like that. Like, I want to share that side of my culture, that side of my family with the person I meet next. So, yeah, definitely a deal breaker. You better have a damn passport. If not, no, I'm out, tapping out. For defo, like that, I'm serious. People might think, oh, really? Like a deal breaker is a passport? But no, seriously, it is. The amount of times I went over to Italy, without, to visit family, or when there was like a wedding or, an event, a family event, and I'm there on my own, and yeah, nah, I'm not doing that again. We're not doing that again. Wendy says, you know what you want and your self-worth. Hell freaking yes. Valhalla says, what does an Italian sound like with a Yorkshire accent? Well, Andy's going to be coming in a moment, so I'll let him in shortly. But just to answer that question, ciao, come stai? Tutto posto? Ma dove? Little bit of Italian there. Vorrei un bicchiere di Coca-Cola. There we go. There is a little bit of an Italian accent that goes on when I do speak Italian. However, I'm not completely fluent in Italian. It's more, how do I put this? I know enough to get by. I understand it more when it's spoken to me than when I try and speak it. And if I do need to say something and I have no idea how to say it, Google Translate is the bestest friend in the whole wide world at that point. Just saying. With that being said, let's get my big brothers in and share some stories. So let's go. Let's go. Not. Sorry, one moment as I just set this up and had my view. Woo, woo, woo. We have in the house. Hey, my big brothers are here. Lewis and Andy. Hello, guys. How's it going?
Is my camera not work?
Yeah, your camera's not on, mate.
Oh, hold on. It's my OBS because I'm still in.
Ah, okay.
Come on, get with it, boomer.
You totally get with it, Boomer. Come on, Andy. What are you doing? Andy's here. Hey up, guys. How was the end at stream over on Popcorn Planet?
It works. Yeah. We started talking about movies, you know, with Jody. You know how that goes. We always end up talking about movies somehow, right?
Yeah, I was just nerding out with Jody. Sorry, we meant to come sooner, but then Jody showed up, and I wanted to nerd out. I think he might be joining too to give you some dating tips.
Ooh! Oh, I'm gonna look forward to that one if he does join. Thanks to everyone that's raided. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate it. We'll raid you afterwards. But yeah, guys. I suppose if we just start off, what's been like, if you can divulge, like your craziest dating experience, or the one thing that sticks out, that's like a lesson, like be warned, Steph.
What sticks out during a very?
Ooh, what sticks out?
Steph, come on.
Yeah,
what sticks out during a date?
Well, how about this one? Dating's hard.
Yeah.
And it can be hard for dudes too, especially good dudes. So, and I know you give a dude a little bit of shot, because it can be hard out there putting yourself out there, especially if they make a first move or try to make a gesture. It's fucking hard in the day of cancel culture and everything. Like it, don't, give a dude at least an extra strike, unless it's really egregious. You know what I'm saying? Like try to give a little bit of compassion for any dude who's trying his damnedest, and just know it's not easy for the dude either. The whole dating scene can be really really rough and tough, and it's easy to, like, there was a point where I missed I remember when I met Jami, there was a point early on where she misunderstood something, and given my past and all, I understood why she was nervous. But like early on, I was like going to visit my friend Brian and Peter, and I was going to visit these guys, and I remember she was like, she got really mad at me, like, "Oh yeah, sure, go visit your friends Brian and Peter." She thought I was making it up and doing something else, and then I like showed him, like, "No, my friend." She's like, "No, look here, they're right here. It's the guys I was with." And she laughed, and afterwards she's like, "I thought you like were watched Family Guy and just made up names." Whatever. But my point is, like, we admitted it, and it was like sometimes there can just be something feels off that may not have been meant to be, that you just got to make sure you don't just jump to a conclusion immediately. Whether it's they're late, maybe there is a good excuse, or they're just, shy, just something, am I making sense? Don't be, because you sometimes like to cut people off if they do something. I would be very careful. So don't miss a good one if they're a little bit off the norm for you. Yeah. Just give them a shot to make sure you've given them that shot. Does that make sense?
That does make sense, because yes, I can be ruthless. Not can be, I am. Oh yeah, no, I'm totally ruthless. I know this. I understand. But to be fair, I mean, when I'm looking at profiles, right, and the first like picture is a group photo where the dude's there, but he's in a picture with other dudes. It's like, which one are you?
Yeah, that's a stupid
Which
thing.
one are you? I'm like, nah, you're that stupid. Sorry. Next. Or when they turn round and the first thing that they put on in terms of their blurb is something to do with alcohol. It's like, really? The first thing that you're going to put on your profile in terms of text is something to do with alcohol? Nah. Next. Oh my goodness. But there's so many dudes out there. And I was saying this earlier on that it feels like they live in the gym or they want to climb a mountain or they have done or they just are always outdoors like hiking or something along those lines. Now, I'm all for an energetic kind of outdoorsy person, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like it's to an extreme. Like, is it like that's the state of men these days, that they're more outdoorsy, that they're more conscious about that, Lewis?
Well, as far as the gym's concerned, I'm sure you may know this, but every concern a woman has that I've heard them say, like, oh, I look fat, these pants don't look good on me, I'm having a bad hair day, this, that, and the other. Men have that too. We just keep it in, just so you know, to keep it real. We have, like, if someone calls us fat, it can hurt, and we do get a complex out of it. So that's why a lot of guys will go to the gym, because we see girls that like buff dudes, even though they claim they don't. They look at buff dudes, and you know, we are also a little bit more visual, you know, so we want to like impress a woman with like muscles, and a lot of women say they like hiking, they like adventure. So I would think they'd probably put on the profile, I go on hiking things, because a lot of women, I hear them talk, and if you listen to women, they're like, a lot of women, I'm not saying everyone, they say, hey, I like going on a hike, I like nature. So the guy will put on that profile to try to get, you know, attention of the ladies. That's the way I'm looking at it with that. So,
Well, it seems then that it's a case of it's more like an over-exaggeration then. That it might seem like they're always in the gym, but it's not. They're over-egging it, they're over-exaggerating. Okay, that makes sense. Legal Vice is in the chat. Hey,
what up?
Jeff? How's it going, my friend? How's it going, honey? If you want, I'll send you a link later on if you're still around, and you can join if you want. I'm just getting used to having guests on my channel, so having too many might overface me right now. So I'll send you a link later on if you want to join. But he says, what about a dude with no shirt holding a fish? Well,
That's pretty hot.
Firstly, it depends on the fish, because I like salmon. So salmon's gooch. And secondly, it depends on what the dude looks like without the shirt, right? You know?
See, she wants the muscles.
No.
Lewis.
I don't
Likes
want
that
like
sheath
Arnie
guy.
Schwarzenegger muscles. No. Like
the
ripped,
sheath muscles.
sculpted for the gods. No. I'm not like that at all. Just someone that's just fit, who's in shape a little bit, you know? A normal dude.
Unlike us, Lewis.
That's all right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just making fun.
Yeah,
Unlike,
not you guys. No, you guys
unlike
definitely not
us.
my type. No.
Yeah, well, you're not my type either, Steph. So
Glad to hear
Steph,
that. Glad to hear that.
Steph, you are my type, so you better watch out.
Ew, gross.
That's gross, dude.
What's your app again?
Well, before discussing some app fails that I have encountered, that I have saved, Michelle the Kitsune, thank you so much for the $20 super chat saying, hi, Steph. I just came from Andy's stream. Just followed you now. Thank you. Have always loved it when you showed up on Popcorn Planet. Well, watch this space, because, yeah.
Steph in the city.
Things are going to change very quickly, shortly. Glad to finally be here to officially become a part of your community. Thank you. Welcome to the tribe. Also, happy Valentine's Day. Well, thank you so much. And you also said that that's your first ever super chat. So I'm extremely honored that that is the case, Michelle. So thank you so much for that. Also, as well, if I scroll down a little bit more, Obi-Wan with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend, saying Happy Valentine's Day. Be my Valentine.
Oh.
That is very, very cute and very sweet of you, but no thank you. I'm not open to dating from the subscriber pool. No, not for me, not a thing. We're Gucci. But very, very kind of you, so thank you so much anyway for that. And Kyle GT, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, saying it's hard for single dads to find a woman who's willing to give him a shot. Hint, hint. Okay, right. This is the
that's
thing.
a good one. Would you date someone with kids?
No. No. There is one exception, which you guys know about. But apart from that, and I don't know why. Oh, well, I do know why, but we won't go there. No. Generally speaking, kids and I, how do I put this? I know I'm too selfish. I'm too selfish. I don't want kids. I don't want kids. I would rather.
That's not true. You are not selfish. You are a
yeah,
giving, supportive person. So, no, I wouldn't say that. You like your own time more.
It's not that I like my own time more. It's like I like to spend money on me and my partner more than spending money on a kid.
To spend money on.
Yeah, because then the kid is like a financial, literal vampire. Then at that point, and if I want to all of a sudden go to America, like I have been doing recently, like, oh yeah, let's go to America. Let me book tickets in like 2 days' time. I can't do that if I've got a kid. So maybe saying too selfish is the wrong way to put it, but I know who I am, and generally speaking, children, no. Plus, as well, I can't have kids anyway, biologically speaking, so there is that, but nah. I see a baby, and generally, it's more, how do I put this? People kill over babies, right?
You had to deal with my kids for a week. What do you think?
Do you know what? I survived. But the thing is, your children, right? They're older, so I can get on with that. I can get on with that situation. They're older. You can have a conversation with your children. If they're upset, you generally know why, because they can communicate that with you. Again, but remember, I'm Drax. Unless you tell me what's wrong, I can never figure out what's wrong on my own. You've got to tell me. So if you've got a screaming baby who can't communicate, that's a nightmare to me. I just can't deal with something like that. So because your children are older, I can get on with them, because you can have that conversation. You can figure out what's wrong and like go from there, right? But like, let's say, I don't know if you guys have it over there, but like when someone in the office has a baby, in the UK, they come in with that baby to like parade them around. It's like a baby parade, right? Oh, look what came out of my legs. Yeah. That kind of thing, right? And firstly, I'm thinking, this is a place of work, not a nursery crash, like what they do. And then secondly, I think something's wrong with me in my head. Well, of course there's something wrong, but that's besides the point. Everyone else is cooing over at baby. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, they've got your eyes. Oh, they've got your garbo. Oh, what a cute butt, and all that lot, right? I'm looking at it and I'm like, it looks fully functioning to me. And then I'll go back to work. Like, I'm not.
So people at work there must be some people at work who hate you.
Probably.
Let's keep it a buck. Because if you're having that attitude complaining when they bring their kids, you're like the Karen at work to some. Or like, oh, Steph's complaining that we brought the kids in.
I don't complain. No. I keep that shit to myself.
Okay, good.
Oh, no. I don't complain.
Then we'll make you friends.
And when I'm literally working and then the baby is like shoved into my face, I'm like, oh, how cute. And I kind of copy what everyone else says, because I think, well, what everyone else is saying seems to be Gucci because they're still alive. So I'll copy that. And that seems to be working. But yeah, I kind of just fake the interest and be like, oh, it looks cute. Oh, yeah, good luck with the sleepless nights. And, move on. But yeah, no. If anything, the one exception would be, I suppose, if you already have a child, but they're older. Like, teenage or older, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is, you know, the one exception that I have
Still
allowed.
expensive, college.
Huh?
So they not only need to have an older kid, but also financially able to support them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm not, I mean, you know, when you're together with someone that's got a child, I suppose in that regard, as let's say a quasi stepmom or whatever you want to call yourself, you know, there is an element whereby you have the choice of whether you want to financially help or not. And I would.
What about the age range
The age range of
the partner?
so again,
'Cause we know
apart from
Jules likes them really young, right, Lewis?
I plead the fifth. That's her story to say. I don't want to get it. Yeah.
well, apart from I suppose the exception that you guys know about, 35 to 40.
Okay. And if it's 41, you're gonna like say no. That's kind of
No,
weird.
no. I mean, either way, okay. There's a little bit of leeway either way, like a year either way, I suppose. Yeah, but
Yeah,
just like
Amy's
a
got a good
basic
question.
kind of like age range, around about 35 to around about 40.
Amy has a good question, which I dip out to go see the kids, but you should answer that her because she's like, no mountain climbing, no kids, no cats. Steph knows what she doesn't want, but what does she want? That's a very good question. Also, I don't know if you want to play it. It might be it might get dinged, but it's very funny. The Chelsea Handler life in the day of a childless woman. I think you will get a good laugh out of that. Will Steph laugh? I think she will on that. Also, before I go,
Yeah.
tip some love to both Nerd Report and Stef Alter Nerd on Cash App, everybody. Oh, I'm on this camera. Show some love to these two. It's Valentine's Day. I want to see so much support and love in the chat on the Cash App with these two as you give them a life and energy. And don't forget, Lewis is going to be live after Steph because they're going to support each other. How amazing are these people? But I got to just dip out for a second to go see the kids because I've already stayed out too late and it's 7 here. But and I promised I might go play, so I got to go play. But love you both. Happy Valentine's Day. Keep going and keep the conversation going. Bye.
Love you too,
Bye.
Andy. Take care. Bye, honey.
Hearts for Andy, please.
Ah, bye, honey. As he's trying to bye. There we go. All right. So, what do I want?
People want to know the quality. What are you looking for?
So what am I looking for?
Yeah.
So I am looking for a guy. Firstly, they have to have a damn passport. You don't have a passport? No, it's not happening. That is a deal breaker. A deal breaker and a half. Because I have a family in Italy. I'm Yorkshire, I'm British. But the one thing I don't say a lot of the time is I'm also Italian. I have Italian citizenship because the majority of my family is Italian who live in Italy. And so I need my next partner to have a passport so that they can literally come over to Italy with me to see my second home, to experience the other part of my culture, and to meet all of my family. Not just the basics, but all of them. And, you know, when I go over for, let's say, a family wedding, instead of me going over on my own and feeling a little bit out of sorts, having to explain why, you know, my partner's not there and, you know, make excuses and all that lot. No, I want my partner to come with me and share that experience and share that culture and experience that side of my family and me. I don't think that is too much to ask at all. So, yeah, you don't have a passport? No, the date's not going anywhere. I'm walking out. Done. I will be savage on that one. Like, totally savage on that one. So that's
Isn't a passport something you can obtain, though? Or is it very difficult to get in England? I'm not sure. Here it is. You could just apply for one, right?
So, before I answer that question, just to catch up on a couple of super chats before I forget. Kyle GT, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, saying it's hard for single dads to find a woman who's willing to give them a shot, hint, hint. Well, we already kind of discussed that. There's one person in particular that there is an exception to the rule. Generally speaking, I'm not really that how do I put this? I am good with children, but as I was explaining with Andy, older. They need to be older for me to consider that kind of thing, I suppose. So that's that. Emily Morse, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, saying, as a woman who can't have kids but loves kids, I don't see a man with kids as a problem. Dating nowadays is what scares me, LOL. Yeah, I mean, it's personal preference, right? It is personal preference. And dating nowadays, oh yeah, it is scary because it's a whole new world. Like I said, last time I dated was 16 years ago. Like, the landscape has changed so much where before, like, dating online, there was a stigma to it back in that day. Now it's like, it's the norm. You literally download an app and you start looking through profiles and there's no stigma. And everyone's openly talking about it. It's amazing, really, in a way. Kirsten Grove, $5 super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. Saying, Steph, I understand. I love kids, but they're not for me either. I'm too childish. LOL. Yeah, and like I say, maybe there's a different way to really correctly explain it, but the only way I can think of it so far is, generally speaking, I'm just too selfish. Like, if you have a child of your own, you've got to put them first. And no, I don't have the capacity to do that. I really don't. If I meet someone that has a stepchild where we click, like the exception to the rule, Lewis, that you know, then I can make that exception. And I'm happy with that. But it's gotta be something special like that, where there's a spark, there's something like so really special for me to really like turn me on that one. But it is possible. It is possible, i.e. the exception. Jean Rick, thank you so much. The OG, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, honey. Saying, happy Valentine's Day, Steph. Anyone is lucky to be with you. Yes. I agree. Sorry,
Facts.
I agree. There's so many people that are so like, oh no, and they kind of like are really self-conscious and they kind of put themselves down. No, someone is going to be lucky to be with me. Someone is going to recognize my worth. And treat me the way that I want to be treated now. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. Zenit Forward though, not a super chat, but I appreciate this comment. You're not alone, Steph. Older kids are cool. Yeah, you just get along better with older kids because they're more developed. They can talk, they can form sentences, ideas. You can chat with them. If there's something wrong, you can talk them through with it instead of a baby that's just constantly screaming. You don't know what is going on. Like, yeah, no. Let me just double check if there's anything else. Kerry M, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, saying, Steph, is it possible for the guy to obtain one after a few weeks of dating go by or no? Obtain what, Kerry M? Steph, is it possible for the guy to obtain one after a few weeks of dating go by or no?
Passport.
Oh, passport. Okay, I'll get onto that in a moment. Because that is what I'm answering in a moment, Lewis's question really about. And Jean Rick, thank you so much for being a leader for 17 months. One of my OGs are saying 17 months feels like yesterday. Thank you, Steph, for being you. Goat. Oh, thank you for being you. I appreciate you, Jean. Even when I'm not streaming, I'll get a notification and you've just sent me a small little kind PayPal with a wonderful message that, brightens up my day. So, thank you for being you and thank you for being so, so kind. And also as well, my notifications are starting to blow up. Nicole, thank you so much for that wonderful, kind PayPal of $3.50. It's extremely generous of you, honey. I appreciate that. When you are considering donating, just to give you a quick update, it's all going towards upgrading my computer because Big Crystal is now on her last leg. She's really struggling with all the equipment that's plugged into her with my studio. At times now, she's just shutting off like that unexpectedly. So, yeah, she's starting to struggle. So I need to upgrade my computer. So anything that you are considering donating is going to go towards that. And again, to keep it 100, the computer system that I'm looking at, the tower, is about £4,000. So yeah, anything that you can consider putting towards that is greatly appreciated.
Let's
For
do that today.
Sorry, what was that?
Let's do that today.
We'll see.
Cash
We'll
App
see.
Steph.
But it's definitely going to be important in terms of not only the evolution of this channel, but the evolution of Popcorn Planet as well. Because believe me, watch this space. I'm going to have a lot more time in the next couple of months to dedicate more time towards the YouTube world. Guys, it's happening. It is happening. The leap
Oh.
is going to be made. Andy and I have been talking about this for months now. And yeah, watch this space, guys. It's going to be so freaking exciting. You have no idea. Let me also as well, before I answer the passport question. Jeff, if you're still there, honey, I'm going to send you the Zoom link. Oh my goodness. Time for you to be on my channel if you'd like, mate. And you get to meet Lewis, I think, for the first time. Legal Vices is like my kind of people, mate. He's so fun, so freaking kind and wonderful. I absolutely adore the pants off of this dude. He lives in South Korea. He is a lawyer. But well, he was a lawyer in America. In South Korea, he is a lawyer, but he can't practice as a lawyer because of certain rules and regulations that he'd have to overcome, which is a pain. But he knows his shiz when it comes to like when he streams trials and things like that. So yeah,
Oh.
guys, if you haven't
I think I did
already,
meet him at Andy's.
do subscribe to Legal Vices because I go onto his channel a lot. He invites me a lot. He's so kind and wonderful. So there we go. Oh, he says, "Oh, thanks, hun, but I'm on my way out the door to work." Oh, next time, mate. Next time. Hang on. Next time, then. No problemo, hun. Have a great day at work. There we go. Right, so Spectral Whispers. Steph doesn't want to talk to me today. Of course I do, mate. Of course I do. But because I've got a guest on, it's a little bit more difficult to speak to you guys in the chat a little bit. So, you know, let me acclimatize and be, you know, practice more of having guests on so I can juggle everything. So, you know, it's all a learning curve for me, okay? So, Lewis's question. Passport. How to get one. Okay. So, it's best to get a passport when you're younger, when you're a child.
Oh, okay.
But if you get one brand new when you're an adult, it is a little bit more difficult. So what happens is you have to fill out a form and you've got to make a payment. Fine. But then because you're an adult and you've never had a passport before, the next thing that they want you to do is you've got to have an interview with the passport office to prove you are who you say you are. For like anti-terrorism bill reason and all that malarkey, right? And so once you go through that and once you've had the interview, then they'll approve and then you get your passport. Now, at the moment, I've heard that getting a new passport or even getting a renewal for your passport because of all the backlogs is taking months. Like, I think anywhere between like 4 to 6 months, I'm hearing. Fubar Temp has asked, don't you get a passport at the post office? Yeah, you can do. So you can get the form at the post office and fill it out and everything. But if you're an adult and this is the first time that you're getting a passport, you still have to pretty much go through that interview process, which is the ball ache of it all. Not to go into too much detail, but my ex would turn around at some points and say, why should I have to have an interview to get out of my own country? Which I actually kind of agree with. I'm like, yeah, I can see that point. I can. But at the end of the day, the interview is there to, you know, make society safe in the end because of, you know, all the risks out there that terrorism poses, they need to make sure that when they are providing passports to adults for the first time in their lives, that they are who they say they are. Um, so I can understand why that security measure is in place, in all honesty. Um, but I suppose for America, what's it like getting a passport over there? If anything, it feels like I have this assumption that it's more difficult because you guys are definitely more stringent when it comes to security measures, to the point where it's like nigh on paranoia.
I well, to be honest with you, I got mine pretty simple at the post office. Like I don't remember, this was like 17 years ago. It didn't really take much. I went in there, showed my ID, and then applied, and then a week later I remember getting it. Not really a big deal.
Yeah, but that was
Unless
17
something
years
changed.
ago.
Yeah, unless something changed. So that's the most that's all unless something changed, then I remember it being pretty easy, honestly. Maybe even less than 17 years ago because we went to Mexico on a cruise. Still needed a passport for that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't think it was as difficult as what you just explained.
No, it's definitely more difficult. Again, especially for adults that have never had a passport for the first time. For someone like me who has had a passport literally since a child, because with my family being in Italy, we would go to Italy to visit, right? So I had a passport since I was a child. All I have to do is just renew. So I fill out a form. So I go to the post office, fill out a form, and then I send it in with an updated photo of me and pay extra to fast track it to get it quicker. And usually I'll get my renewal back within 7 to 14 days. Flirty Girl 2, you are right. There. Where are you? I don't think I can see your thing. You say you forgot your where are you? You forgot to say that you've got to get an official to sign photos. Yeah, that's right. So, what's it
Like
like over there?
notarized.
Because over here, when you take a photo, like a passport photo, you got to have an official sign it to say that yes, this is that person. This is the correct likeness of the person that's applying for the passport. You say an official, but it doesn't have to be an official as such. It could be like your manager, someone in authority, that kind of thing, right? Do you guys have something similar over in America
Yeah,
for
I would
that?
say the post office, a government building, City Hall would be able to take a picture of you after you show ID. That would probably qualify as an official. That's what I remember doing. Um, it wasn't that hard. And I see people in the chat also saying that it's not that difficult. So yeah, I guess it's a little bit more difficult in the UK than us.
Yeah. Again, though, I'm kind of describing worst case scenario for those that are adults that have never had a passport for the first time. That's
Yeah.
the thing. For someone like me that again has had a passport all their lives, I'm already in the system, so all I have to do is just renew it. And you don't even have to go to the post office to do that. You can do it online as well. So you can go on to our government website over here and you just fill it out online. And then all you do is you send in they then send you the form pre-printed with all your answers. You then have to physically sign it, attach your photos, make the payment for the passport, and then send it back. And then yeah, again within like 7 to 14 days, it's done. If you pay for the fast track, which is what I do, it's like an extra like 20-30 pound if I remember rightly to pay for fast track, but it's definitely worth it, especially with the backlogs as they are at the moment. But yeah, Kyle GT, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Saying, what is your dating goal currently? Dipping your toe in the water to see what's out there, or ready for something serious and committed? Kind of a bit of both. Bit of both. I'm just dipping my toe in the water just to see what's out there, familiarize myself with the landscape of dating as it is now, because like I say, it's been 16 years since I last dated. The world has changed. I know this. So I need to now understand how much has the world changed, right? And so I'm kind of starting off on that journey. And then if something does happen and it is serious and committed, I'm open to that. I am open to that. So we will see.
Open, but not really a goal. It's not either or. You're just open to whatever destiny brings you to. Is that
pretty much? Apart from one night stands and short term or open relationships, like no, I am not that cowbag. I'm really, really not. I'm too loyal. Like if you're gonna be with me, you're gonna be with me. You're gonna be loyal to me and the relationship, and that is it. Just like I will be loyal to you and the relationship. It's as simple as that. I don't want freaking open relationship or short term or it's kind of like no. Either all in or I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Steph? I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a break if you don't mind. I gotta
Don't mind at all.
With some food. Fantastic show. Do you know how long? Well, you text me when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
But I do want to say this because a lot of people are, this is a dating topic here. A lot of people are trying to ship us, both of us, and I gotta say, thank you for even considering that because I consider Steph. I could see her for who she is. She's a very accomplished businesswoman. She's very articulate. She's very talented. She is. There's no doubt she's beautiful, and stuff. So for you guys to say that I'm at her level, that's really good for my ego. I gotta say. That being said, when I met Steph, she was already in a relationship and everything like that, and she's always been like a friend that evolved into being a sister type person with me and stuff. And the reason it's a good thing because the reason I'm able to give her advice moving forward and honest advice is because I stand in that position. I could tell her, Steph, this dude's not for you or this isn't for you. As a matter of fact, I'll get a little, I don't want to upset you, but I'll say something. I knew what was going on when you were having trouble before you even told me in Vegas. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
You walked up to me and you go, Lewis, I want to talk to you. And I go, blah, 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 blah. She goes, did you know that? I go, I know.
Yeah.
And that's it. Remember, we were standing on that hall,
I remember.
Yeah.
No,
so
I
knew that. And I feel like she could do the same for me. And I would never, that's the position how our relationship is. She'll tell me, tick, 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 tick. Dude, this is effed up. And I'll say that to her too. So I think that's the great thing. And it's okay to have a friend that's female.
Right?
Folks.
It's okay to have a friend that's got a dong between his legs, guys. Doesn't mean that we have to then be together. We're just brothers and sisters. That's it.
Yeah. And again, I'm honored that you guys even consider that. That's awesome for my ego. Because I'm incredibly handsome and charming. But that being put aside, yeah, we're friendship. We have a friendship. We also help each other with the channels and stuff. And we're also like, she could call me and go, hey, dude, this happened. Like, what do you think? And I'll give her the honest deal, and she'll do that vice versa. And people look for a friend like Steph, like I just described like that. And hopefully I'm the same for her. So look for people like that. That's another thing people need in their life. That being said, Steph, I think you will, as long as you keep it open, real, you're gonna eventually find someone if you want to, and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, you don't need anybody. No one needs anybody. You need yourself. And I think you're good yourself. But if you want to expand the horizon, that's cool as well. But happy Valentine, everyone.
Before you go though, shall we announce when I may next be coming over?
Well, I don't know. Press 1 if you guys want to know when we have planned for Steph's Steph in the Los Angeles City trip. Press 1. I don't know.
And there's 360 of you watching at the moment and 299 likes. Let's go well over 300 likes as well, so we can divulge when am I next planning to come over to America? And where am I going to come? Where am I going to go? So yeah, smash that like button, press 1 in the comments, and we will divulge in the next minute if it's all achieved. So
We need 300
I want to
likes,
see it. I want to see it all. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And I don't know if I said this, but Kerry, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Sorry, $5 PayPal. Appreciate that. Off to the upgrade in the computer fund that goes for the studio. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. Deezer Maria, I saw your comment earlier on. I've not received your PayPal. If you have kindly considered sending one. I don't know what's going on there. And oh my goodness, woo! Has that just shot up, guys? So many ones in the comments, and we've just gone from 290 likes to 330. Keep the likes coming. Right, I think we need to. They've achieved it, Lewis.
You give them the dates, girl. You give them the dates.
All right. So we are looking at potentially 2 weeks in America, guys. It's going to be my longest time yet being in America. And we are looking at around about 29th, 30th of April, which is the weekend, to fly in.
Mm-hmm.
And then flying back to the UK around about 13th, 14th of May.
Nice.
And where am I going? Well, I've been to Vegas twice. I've been to Tampa technically twice. I've been to Orlando. Oh my goodness. Make sure you become a member today. Consider becoming a member because there are some exclusive Orlando Tampa vlogs that I've uploaded for leaders only. So consider becoming a leader so you get to experience all that as well so you don't miss out. But though, my next adventure, my next trip, Lewis, you want to say?
It's the Nerd Report studio in lovely Hollywood, California, baby.
Yes!
And we're going to invade Jody's Corner, of course. And then we're going to invade Hollywood. And then we're going to go, where are we going to go? We're going to invade Mario World. It's going to be amazing. That's just the beginning.
And that's the reason why that's one of the main reasons why I want to come over, because Super Nintendo World is opening up at Universal Resort over in California, and oh my goodness, it looks so much fun, and I love Super Mario and Super Nintendo. Like, I'm a proper retro gamer, so yeah, that's going to be so much fun. And yes, I'm going to be in the Nerd Report studios, and we're going to stream, and we're going to do videos, and yeah, Jody, if you're watching, I'm all ready. You're not even uninvited. I'm gonna rock up to your studio, mate, and we're gonna have some studio YouTube funness with the streams and the videos and all that malarkey. Hopefully, as well, Andy and I have been talking behind the scenes where he'll fly over at the same time.
Whoa!
And join us.
That one.
Yeah,
that's good.
So there's that potentially as well that's going to happen. I've also been speaking to Marcella behind the scenes, and we're going to meet up and have some fun. And yeah, so guys, it's happening. I've done the East Coast. Now time for the West Coast, guys. So yeah, it's only a couple of months' time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I see a lot of suggestions in the comments of what other people who else to visit. Of course, Amy Goodhart's in the play, Vito, you know, so on and so forth. It's 2 weeks, but it's probably going to be like, you know, it's still not, it doesn't mean 14 days. We're going to have to go everywhere. 2 weeks are going to go so fast.
Yeah.
But I think Nintendo World is definitely a must go to. I want to discuss, it's Steph's visiting. So I want to make sure before we include any other new place, I run it by her as well, because I could always go to these places because I live here, but I also want her to have a blast and stuff, because we know that if she does move to America, it's going to be LA, because LA is expensive, but it's the best because I'm here. Yeah. Okay.
Well, this is the thing. I've always said, if I do move to America, which is a possibility, right, the way things are going, it is a possibility
Mm-hmm.
that there's either two places I'm going to go. It's either going to be Florida or it is going to be California, LA, depending on how that turns out. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? I may just stay in the UK and that's absolutely fine as well. But,
Yeah, maybe,
given the way that this whole YouTube world is and where it's potentially going, yeah, it is a possibility that I may move to America. Not
that's awesome.
definite, but it is a possibility. And it ain't going to be tomorrow. Like, we're talking about a fair few years down the line, guys. My goodness. But who knows? Who knows, right? But yes, I've got the time booked off at work officially today. So
Nice.
that is all sorted. It's just now looking at the flight tickets. Flying with Virgin Atlantic again, because they are the best. I absolutely appreciate them. They really do look after me, and they're absolutely freaking awesome. So I'll be flying with them again. And start looking into tickets and getting them booked. And yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm
and
coming
look
back,
for.
guys. I'm coming back.
I'm sure, Steph. We talked about this as well. Look for us to go live from Mario World or Nintendo World and stuff like that. So more than ever, you got to hit that subscribe on the channels and the notification because you don't want to miss that.
On all of us,
Yeah, on all of us, because we're gonna go live and maybe go through the rides live. Who knows what's gonna happen, right? So it's gonna be crazy. Hollywood, you're gonna go to Johnny Depp's Star.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna go to the TCL Chinese Theater.
Yes.
Chinese, maybe San Diego is in play. I don't know. Maybe that's something you want to do as well. Maybe Industrial Light and Magic in San Francisco. I don't know. Maybe we could get a ride there. I don't know. The sky's the limit. And the reason for that is because you all support us, right? And sure, the views sometimes fluctuate and they're low, but our core audience is what sustain us. And we want to give the content back to you all so you guys can experience these things with us. Because honestly, like if you guys don't experience it with us, it's not as fun. We love having you all come with us, in spirit, with video. And yes, I'll go to the UK, God damn it, eventually.
Well, this is a thing, actually, that Andy and I are talking, potentially, possibly, he might be coming to the UK later on this year. He might, with the family. We shall see. That might be a possibility. So we'll see. My Moon Pie has just mentioned, check your Twitter DMs when you can, Steph. I don't see you in my Twitter DMs.
My
At
Moon
Stef
Pie.
Alter Nerd is my Twitter. So there we go. But Christina Lynn says that live at Nintendo World would be awesome. Oh yeah, we're gonna go live. I'm gonna show you everything. Like if you are a leader, you'll see those vlogs that I uploaded from a couple of weeks back when I were in Orlando and Tampa. Like I filmed so much, guys. So yeah, and all the leaders, the comments on those videos, you guys are really, really loving it. So thank you so much. I try and do what I can, a little bit extra for the leaders as a little extra thank you for their membership. But with that being said, Lewis, bugger off, get something to eat. I'm gonna probably be on for the next hour. Basically, I'll finish in the next hour. So just keep
your 5:30 my time. That's fine. I'm ready to go, but I'll be watching you as I eat a snack. And
Okay.
when you say I'm gonna, when you do the 10-minute thing, I'll run to the studio and stuff like that. But again, guys, LA trip, Stef the Alter Nerd, beginning of May, last days of April. That seems to be the plan right there and stuff. And hopefully we get Andy to come. It should be a lot of fun. And it's all possible again because you all support all our community. So thank you so much. And Stef, continue with this. This is very interesting stuff. I want to know what's going on with Stef and the City, Stef and the City, a brand new feature here on this channel. Should be amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be going into a little bit more stories at the moment with this app. But yeah,
bye-bye.
Wait for the 10-minute warning, mate. I'll see you later. Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so guys, oh, I know who my moon pie is now. All right, I got you. Um, okay, I see that now. All right, honey, fair play, fair play, fair play. I'll read your comment afterwards. In the meantime, Peggy Cole has been a leader for 4 months. Thank you so much for your continued support. Appreciate your face. Passports are super easy in the USA. Post office picture birth certificate. You get it 2 weeks, $100 later. Now you can get it on your license. Ooh, that's cool. Fair enough. Nah, we can't get it on our license. It's literally a separate official document. Passport, driver's license. Like, there's no integration at all with any of that. They're on 2 separate systems, 2 separate, like, government agencies. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, so, let's go on to a little bit more of, Stef in the City, my dating adventures on this particular app. So I made a couple of notes as I was like scrolling through like the gentleman's kind of profiles, and yeah, a lot of dudes like skiing and hiking, I wrote. Also, they all look like they go to the gym 24/7. Yeah, a lot of them, it looks like they go skiing and hiking a lot. Like, not just hiking, but skiing. And, okay, I can do ice skating and rollerblading and roller skating, because I used to do that when I was younger. So, I'm sure I'll be able to do that again. Like, Gucci, right? But skiing? No. No, 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 no. I ain't doing no skiing. I ain't doing no skiing. And hiking, I'd rather, if we're going to hike, do it in the city centre where there's some shops. And, you know, do that instead. And instead of going to the gym, we can go shopping, because, you know, the weight of the bags, they're weighty enough. They're like weights in themselves, and you're already getting a good, like, workout, you know, lifting them up and walking around and, you know, getting some good cardio in and all that jazz. So my gym basically is shopping in the city centre. So there we go. But again, let me clarify. I got my own money, all right? I take care of myself financially. My mum always raised me to say, no matter what, never rely on a guy financially. Make sure you can always rely on yourself, no matter what, money-wise. Because you can't rely on anyone 100% other than yourself. Facts. Right? So there we go. And I made this comment, but then afterwards I realized that I put my parameters on incorrectly, and it was like, yeah, search for dudes within like 100-mile radius. I was like, so many of you guys live so far away from me, and I'm not prepared to travel. Now, there is one exception, and I'm not going to go into who he is or anything like that. But apart from him, yeah, I'm not prepared to travel. Like, no. Gotta be within the vicinity of Yorkshire. I mean, come on. All right, that's just it. That's just it. Okay. Oh, some of you all are way too active. I wrote training, marathons, and swimming. Like, they're either training, or they're doing marathons, or they're swimming. And I'm okay for swimming, all right? You know, go to like a swimming pool or like a water park, and I'll have like a water swimming cap on just to protect me hair and whatnot, and, you know, have fun. I'm cool with that, all right? But like actual like swimming as like exercise and all that lot, yeah, no. No. You're all too damn active. Like, a little bit, yeah, okay, I can get that. If that's like your hobby and you do it a little bit, that's fine. But when it seems like on your profile that's your freaking life, you know, swimming, marathons, training, gym, that is your life. Yeah, we're not gonna jive. We're not gonna jive. You're not gonna jive with me being happy, either sat on a couch or in front of a computer right now, streaming, watching movies, geeking out on TV series, or playing on my Nintendo Switch, that kind of thing, right? Probably not going to appreciate that. Now, some of them are musicians in bands. Yeah, there was quite a lot of men that I had encountered on this app, their profiles, where they were musicians in bands. And no, I like rock music. I like live music. Don't get me wrong. However, being a musician in a band does entail a big, massive commitment to that band and traveling. And I just know I'd want someone that is around, right? Around. We can meet up and they're not always away and, that kind of thing. And whether it's right or wrong to think like this, I don't think I could ever fully trust someone who's in a band. Groupies and all that jazz. I've seen them. So, no, you can't be in a band. You can play an instrument if you want, you're cool playing the guitar or freaking recorder or the harp or the didgeridoo, like whatever, yeah? Okay, you play an instrument, gooch, all right. Be in a band though? No. I do not compete with groupies, okay? I am not that kind of biatch, all right? Next up, I mentioned this before, alcohol is the first thing that they mention. So this particular app that I'm on right at the moment, which I'm literally considering just ditching and looking at another app, right? You upload like a few pictures and then there's prompts for you to choose that you can then add to some text to your profile so that they get to know you a little bit more of how you think or what you think about things, this, that, and the other, right? And a lot of them, right, there's the picture, and then there's a prompt underneath, and the prompt is alcohol-based. Why? Why is the first thing your mind reaches to for your first introduction, like in text of who you are, all about alcohol? Why? I don't get it. So... yeah, I'm like, no way. That we're not doing. That we're not playing with. I did feel like it was oddly and easily addictive, just to scroll through the profiles. And I'd get to the point where I'd be like 3 hours in and not even realize. Like I'd be like over the weekend, like start at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then all of a sudden I like pop up my head above the parapet and it's like 5 o'clock. It's like, where the hell has time just gone? Oh my goodness. But I was having fun looking at the profiles, figuring out who do I like, who do I not like, that kind of thing, right? So many men have dogs, which is really nice for me. Yeah. Like I saw a lot of profiles where the men, they shared pictures with their dogs, with their pooches, and that speaks to me. As a dog mummy. Yeah. I will always, this is where I start getting teary a little bit. I will always, every day for the rest of my life, always think about my 2 doggy babies. From my ex relationship. Always. And circumstances, I won't get into it. I'm not seeing them at the moment. Whatever, but well, no, not whatever, but here's what it is. But yeah, I miss them. I will always love them. I will always think about them every single day. But yeah, seeing these profiles where these men are sharing pictures of their own boo-boos, their own fur babies, that speaks to me. That speaks to me. I'm like, yeah, we're Gucci there. We are Gucci there. And it could be any type of dog. It really, really could. Any type of dog. And that speaks to me. So yeah. Oh, this is a real big, like, what grinds my gears moment. When your first picture on your profile is a group photo and it's all men. Which one are you? Who the hell are you? Which one are you? Like, I don't know. Like, okay, have a group photo later down in the profile, fine. But why do the group photo of all your mates as your first profile picture? I don't know which one you are at that point. Which one are you, mate? Like, seriously, big, massive fail. Big, massive fail. Like, my app, my first picture is just me. And then later on down, there is like, I think, there is a group photo. But then at that point, you already know which one I am in that group photo, right? Like, come on. Think, guys, think. Oh, and why do others feel the need to have their first picture where they're wearing a face mask? Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Wear a face mask, don't wear a face mask. It's all Gucci to me, right? Do you, right? Sometimes I wear a face mask. Depends on the situation. Fine. But if I'm on a dating app and part of it is, do I find you mildly attractive or not? It would be an idea where I get to see your face, your full face that's not obstructed in your first profile pic on your profile. If not, next. Because then, to me, it's like you haven't put much thought into developing your profile. You just haven't. Similar to the group photo, where the first photo on the profile is a group photo of all your male mates. Like, again, which one are you? I don't know which one you are. Again, that indicates to me that you've not really put much thought into your profile. So really, how serious are you in looking for a companion, a long-term relationship, right? Well, not that serious if you're making those kind of, no disrespect, but dumb mistakes as far as I'm concerned. So that's that. Worst first things to say on a profile. Oh, let me get this up on my phone, all right? This really was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. This is insane. I have a few kind of examples here. Before I jump into those examples, Michael Nothing, thank you so much for being a leader for 1 month on the channel. Appreciate your face. Loving all the hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your friendship, your support. It means so much to me. So thank you so much, mate. Is that just to, okay, so I'm caught up there. Also, as well, I got a notification on my phone. Thank you so much to Wancho! Yes! For the $5 PayPal. I really, really appreciate your face, my friend. Let me just see if there's sometimes the message will come through and then other times it won't. Sometimes there's like a lag on the system. But I don't see any message. Oh, I do. Here we go. Hey up, sister. Happy Valentine's Day, Steph. I'm excited to see your new adventure and see the hijinks you get into in LA. I'm pretty sure there are some eligible bachelors here in Tampa that you totally dig. Just pulling your leg unless. Well, we'll see with LA when I do go in a couple of months' time. And see what happens there. I'm open. I'm open to what the universe provides and presents as opportunities and go from there. Absolutely. Jessica, thank you so much for $5 super chat saying, hopefully you're here around the time Flux comes down so we can all hang out. Hopefully. That would be cool. I like Flux. Flux is freaking awesome. Like, I'm Gucci with Flux. So, hell freaking yeah. Okay. So, oh, right, guys. Oh, here we go. So, as I mentioned, the type of app that I'm on at the moment that I'm going to be ditching, I'm already like tired of it. It's boring. Because there's no one left for me to look at. It literally says I've gone through all the matches and they'll show me more profiles as and when more people sign up. I'm like, is that it? No thanks. So, here we go. On the app, you've got the photo, and then underneath, you've got a chance to make your first blurb, your first kind of message, text, whatever, right? Here are the most insane, biggest, massive fails as far as I'm concerned, okay? Now, some of these may work for you, and you may think, oh, I like that. For me, no. No, 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 no. Let me get myself lubricated. And let's go. All right. So, my biggest date fail. Why would you want to start off telling a prospective partner what your biggest date fail is? Why not start off with, I am awesome and this is why? Like, start off with some gumption, some confidence, right? But no, this dude decided to let me know right off the bat what his biggest date fail was. And get this, was it alcohol related? Of course it was alcohol related. Oh my goodness. So, getting very drunk and going back to a complete stranger's table in a restaurant who was waiting for her husband who wasn't best pleased when he arrived. So, not only were you out on a date, you then got massively drunk on that date to the point where you had no clue what you were doing. And instead of when you went away from the table, you went back to the date. No, you forgot that date, you forgot her, and you sat somewhere else. And that's the first impression that you want to give to me as to who you are and what you're about. Next. Now, I geek out, all right? I am a nerd. It's literally my name, Stef The Alter Nerd, right? I nerd out on movies, TV series. I also nerd out on gaming. It's a thing. I love it. I also nerd out on true crime. I love to watch true crime documentaries. It's a thing, right? Okay. This, though, I mean, whatever takes your fancy, don't get me wrong, but, I geek out on. What do you think this dude geeks out on, right? Probably not what you're going to be thinking right now. I promise you that. The answer. I geek out on the Pencil Museum in the Lake District. Oh, but there's more. I want to go on my stag there. Have you been? No, I haven't been to the Pencil Museum. I didn't even know of its existence before this dude mentioned it to me. And you geek out on the Pencil Museum in the Lake District? Like, you geek out on pencils? Yeah. No. 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 There's things we can geek out on. Pencils, not one of them. No. 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 Next up. Okay. A shower thought I recently had. Now, this is a really, really good prompt to have, right? I thought this was a clever prompt for this app developer to create. But, yeah. A shower thought I recently had. Answer. Who picks up guide dog poop? Yeah. Why would your mind go there? Why? Why? I don't get it, okay? For me, when I'm in shower and I'm doing my business, I'm thinking about what I'm going to be doing for the day. I'm thinking about my YouTube channel. I'm thinking about Andy's YouTube channel. I'm thinking about what I'm going to wear for the day. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. I usually have music playing on my back pad or have something from Netflix or Amazon Prime in the background that I'm just watching without really thinking of anything. I'm just watching it and just getting lost in that as I'm having a shower or a bath, let's say, okay. But who picks up guide dog poop? I know I'm like really good at randomly thinking of shiz, but really? Of all the questions that you could ponder about the universe, that's the one that springs to mind? Nope, nope. Next. Now this dude, okay, straight to the point, but no. Too aggressive. You need to be open, right? In this regard. My simple pleasures. All right? What would this dude's simple pleasures be, right? Guess what this dude wrote for the prompt. My simple pleasures. Now, my simple pleasures, if I was to answer this, it would be something along the lines of just sitting in my living room, watching Life on Mars, and during my eating window, having a chocolate biscuit or chocolate fudge cake, like something to do with chocolate, with a Coca-Cola on the side, or a simple pleasure outside of an eating window would be, I don't know, wearing an outfit for the first time, or uploading a video that I'm like super, super proud of, right? Which, by the way, if you haven't done so already, let me just go to. Give me one moment. I am back uploading again now that I'm pretty much over this viral infection that has really got on my tits for the past couple of weeks. So the Daily Nerds are officially back. Today's Daily Nerd was Karma. Meghan Markle abandons Prince Harry for the Kardashians and Kris Jenner. Oh, you guys might think that's clickbait, but shiz the bed, it might not be. Oh, it might not be. So if you haven't checked it out already, do make sure you do check out today's Daily Nerd. And even if you have done, give it another watch. Just, help it with the algorithm at the moment. I'd really, really appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm back with the Daily Nerd, so I'm really, really happy with that. I'm able to speak and not be coughing every 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Like, yes! Finally, back to normal, kind of. But anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, my simple pleasures, right? My simple pleasures. What did this dude answer? Just message me. Hate this cringe stuff. Yep. My simple pleasures. No, just message me. I hate this cringe stuff. Well, at least the other dudes answered the questions, even though the answers didn't jive with me for one reason or another. I still appreciate the fact that they tried and they made an effort. This dude is like, no, just message me. I hate this cringe stuff. Well, if you hate this cringe stuff, then why are you freaking on a dating app in the first place, dude? Oh my goodness. Like, no. So that was a big from me. Let's see. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of people asking, when did I break up? How come you broke up? Okay, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. All I'll say is that I was in a relationship for 15 years. He ended it in May last year after 15 years. And I've got to the point in my life at this stage where I am comfortable opening up to the world and the universe and seeing what's out there. Just dipping my toe in the water. No expectations, no nothing. Just learn how the world is now, because it's definitely changed. The dating world has definitely changed over the last 16 years since I was last in it. So yeah, getting used to it, learning the ropes, seeing what's out there, and yeah, just going with the flow and seeing what's going to happen. Right? Not forcing anything, not expecting anything, and yeah, and taking you guys along the ride with me. Giving you regular updates on what's going on and my exploits, my adventures. of Stef in the City. Thanks, Andy, for that idea. Yes, I'm definitely gonna steal that one. But yeah, so that's it. Why we broke up? Do you know what? Without going into too much detail, in the end, mainly, we just weren't right for each other anymore. As sad and as hard as it is to come to that conclusion, we just weren't. If you ever get to the point where you're just coexisting and you're not really sharing your lives, like you're not, how do I put this? You're not sharing your hobbies. You're not sharing what you're really doing, right? And it's literally just two separate lives, as if you're just housemates, really, quite literally. Like if it gets to that point, yeah, don't do what I did and not wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. It's just not working. As simple as that. Other reasons as well. I'm not going to go into that. I don't need to, but generally speaking, just to give like some general advice, that kind of thing. Yeah, we grew apart and didn't really share our lives anymore. We didn't combine, didn't do things together. Yeah, it was very separate. It was very individual, if that makes sense. Individual, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, if I think, you know, if relationships evolve, right? I get that. And I understand that and I accept that. But I've learned if a relationship evolves whereby from how it was in the beginning, it's devolved towards the end, then yeah, nah. It's not working, is it? It's not working. So there we go. Yeah, flirty girl too. Yeah. The fizz had gone. Yeah. Yeah, admittedly, yes, it had. It had. You know, when you are together with someone for that long, it does take work and it does take effort. And if no effort is really being made from either side, okay, because it takes two to tango, guys, all right, I'll freely admit that. There's no effort made from either side, then what happens in the end, right? Kyle GT, have you been harassed by unsolicited D pics on the apps? No. But I'm bracing myself for the dark side of these apps, the dark side of internet dating. I know that there is that happens, and just gotta freaking delete, block, move on. That's pretty much how I'm gonna deal with those situations. Delete, block, and move on. Very, very quickly. Very quickly. Apologies. Oh, Project Metal Music, thank you so much for sharing the Dragon's Treasure and my affiliate code. So yeah, if you want to upgrade your tea game, guys, and you want to get some kick-ass, super tasty tea, then yes, do go to thedragonstreasure.com, use alternerd, code alternerd, all one word, for 10% off anything on the site. It's absolutely amazing. Because it's an affiliate code, I do get a little something back from it. But yeah, do make sure that you order quick on thedragonstreasure.com, because this Saturday I'm kicking off a new live series, Tea with Steph. I'm going to get my favourite Dragon's Treasure brew, gonna have a bit of a kiki with you all. We'll stream, we'll chat about Harry and Meghan, we'll chat about what else is going on in the world, we'll put the world to rights, we'll rant, we'll rave, and just have some fun. with a cup of tea from Dragon's Treasure. So make sure order it quick so that you hopefully get it in time for the first stream of Tea with Steph this Saturday. And yeah, let's drink some tea together to make it a little bit more fun and interactive, right? So there we go on that score. Let's scroll down a little bit and see what's going on more in terms of what you're saying. That is probably what I was trying to say. But you're saying it better, Vampire Girl. You need to grow together and not become further apart. Yeah. 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 I mean, any past relationships that you have, I've learned, you learn about once they end what you don't want, but you also then learn what you do want still from, you learn the good thing, the good lessons and the bad lessons from any past relationship, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, definitely one of the lessons is grow together, not grow apart. If you start growing apart, either fix it or go, or exit stage left or stage right. What's it? Exit stage right? Exit stage right? I think it's that one. I think that's the saying. I'm going to run with that. There we go. Billy Cat says, separate lives, been there, not easy accepting it after so long. You just have to cut your losses. Big hug. It took a minute, but what can you do? You just got to deal with the cards that you play, that you're given, and that's it. You just deal with it. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Demetra G says, Steph, you should do more dating videos. This is a great topic and we all can relate. Yeah, I mean, I will be doing more of these videos, giving you more updates in terms of my adventures of dating again after literally 16 years. And then bringing you guys along of the pitfalls and the stories and all that lot, not naming names or anything like that. I do want to, respect people's privacy and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. So no doxing, none of that BS that's going to happen. But yeah, there will be more. There will be more. And I did actually ask the community in the community tab, which you guys still can access. So if you've got any ideas, please go there and answer my question, which is, what do you want to see more of on this channel? What do you want me to do? What do you want to see more of? So I've asked you guys that question. A lot of you have already answered, and I'm collating all the answers together, and I'm going to try some of them out. So yeah, stay tuned for that and find out if one of your ideas actually made it onto the channel, guys. Now, here we go. Let's go back to, dating app fails, right? So we're going back to the prompts. All right. So after the picture, what's the first thing that they literally type, that they literally say to introduce themselves text-wise to me, right? Or whoever's seen the profile, yeah? Guys, this is insane. Teach me something about. That's the prompt, right? Now, if I had that question, what would I want to be taught? I don't know. Maybe teach me a little bit about how to play the guitar, maybe, or teach me a little bit of a new language, or I don't know, teach me how to cook or bake something, like, right? Yeah. This dude, oh no, no. Teach me something about dating. Yeah. Yeah. Teach me something about dating. That is literally what this dude put. And I'm like, okay. Firstly, would be the blind leading the blind. Because it's been 16 years. I'm getting to grips with this world. Only starting to like, and you're asking me to teach you about dating? No. Second, why are you on a dating app if you're not too sure what the hell you're doing? If you're not too sure how to date. Like, if you do not know, like, I have my dating style, like, what I would be expecting, what I want. I'm very clear in that. This dude, clearly not. And yeah, I'm not gonna have a dude that does not know either A, what they're doing, or B, what they want. Like, no, you need to know. You need to be very definite and very secure in what you know and what you want. If not, I'm not gonna deal with that indecisiveness. Like, no, no, no. And I'm not gonna decide for you. Like, dude, come on. Teach me something about dating. As you are saying this on a dating app, mind you. Like, no, next. And then, oh, okay. So in the UK, right, we have a multi-political party system, okay? In America, you guys have like the two-party system, right? You've either got the Democrats or the Republicans. That's pretty much what you've got. Any third party doesn't even really get a shoe in, like the Libertarian Party, right? Don't really get a shoe in. But over here, we have a multi-party system. The two main ones, okay, is Labour and the Tories, otherwise known as the Conservatives. Now, the best way that I can really explain them to you guys over in America is class Labours as Democrats and class the Tories as Republican. Now, your idea of Republican and our idea of Republican is extremely different, all right? So don't think that the Tories are the same as the Republicans in America, and certainly do not think that the Labour Party are the same as the Democrats in America, because they are not. Ideologies, everything is vastly different. However, they would be the equivalents, all right? So bear that in mind. Also, bear in mind that I am a Tory voter. Politically, I align with the Conservatives, the Tories, okay? Which, really, to be fair, is that so much of a surprise when I'm an extreme royalist? I support the royal family, which is a very conservative kind of stance to have. I mean, come on, right? Come on. However, this I was like, I didn't even have to think twice. I was like, yeah, we're done, mate. You should not go out with me if... What do you think he said? Bearing in mind what I've just mentioned there. Right? You ready? Do you know what? I actually burst out laughing when I read this. Because it reminds me of my cinema buddy who is a total socialist, is definitely like Team Labour and hates Tory voters. But somehow me and him still get on like a house on fire as mates, so it's all Gucci, right? But you should not go out with me if you're a Tory voter. Can't stand you already. That's what this dude says. Yeah. Do not go out with me if you're a Tory voter. I can't stand you already. I'm like, yep, all right, fair enough, bye. Letters, next. You see, I don't care. I don't care. Your party affiliation. I don't care. In terms of politically what your viewpoint is. If we still gel, if we still jive, if there's still a spark, I'm not going to let politics get in the way, because politics gets in the way of freaking everything, right? Screw that noise, right? Screw that noise. Thunder! Bunda's in the house! Bunda! Hello, my friend. How's it going? Andy's been keeping us up to date with what's going on with yourself. Get better soon. Hope you're all right at the moment. Rest up and all that. But yes, Bunda's in the house. The original troll of the Popcorn Planet Network community, and the only troll that is allowed to be active in the Popcorn Planet Network. Basically, Bunda, all you mods out there, Bunda has free reign to say whatever he wants. Quite literally, whatever he wants. Bunda's got free reign. Now, me saying that out loud, I think I've already just digged myself a grave for that one. Oh, Bunda! Oh, that takes me back. Hang on. Nerd Report. Nerd Report. Oh my goodness. Ah! Oh, that is proper OG, that Bunda. That takes me back. My goodness. He also says, I was just supposed to be creeping. Oh, were you just lurking? Were you just lurking? Well, you couldn't resist. You had to make yourself known. Bunda, that is your right. That is your right. Thanks so much for joining, honey. I appreciate it. Just make sure you get better and you rest, my friend. Peggy Cole, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. All of that goes to the upgrade for the computer for the studio. Because, yeah, Big Crystal is on her last legs. She's not able to handle everything that's plugged into her anymore. She's literally turning off like that at like random times and shorting out. So, yeah, upgrade is needed. So that will certainly be going to the upgrade. Saying, you remind me of the Ariana Grande song, Thank You Next. Yes, Thank You Next. I've not even heard that song. I know of the song, I know of the existence, but I've not actually listened to that song. I'm quite proud of myself for that one. Just saying. Just saying, guys. So, if anyone else is considering donating, you can do so a variety of ways. You can super chat if you want, but YouTube is taking now around about 45%. So if you do want to consider donating, but you want to make sure I get the majority of your donation, rather than the corporations taking a big, massive cut, then there are other options for your consideration, which is in my link tree link, which if you go right to the top of the pinned comment, there it is. And the options for your consideration for donating, if you are considering doing that, is Stream Elements, PayPal, and Cash App. Cash App, the creator gets 100% of your donation. Stream Elements and PayPal, about 95%. There's like an admin fee that they charge, which is fair enough. But yeah, they are your options. And of course, for any creator, I think it's obvious to say, but PayPal, Cash App, Stream Elements are the preferred options if you are considering donating. So there we go. And all donations are going towards the upgrade of my computer for the studio. So thank you so much for everyone that's donated so far and anyone that is considering doing that for today's stream. And oh my goodness, the final one, before I get onto my final story of the stream, I go crazy for. Okay. I go crazy for what? I go crazy for what? For what? What? Right? What do you go crazy for? Well, I would go crazy for Alter Bridge. I love Alter Bridge. They're my favourite band, right? My name is literally influenced by that band. I love them that much. I go crazy for chocolate fudge cake. I go crazy for shopping. I go crazy for my YouTube stuff. I love delving into that. I go crazy for learning, getting up to date with the newest and latest Meghan and Prince Harry news. Like, you know, things like that, right? How did this dude answer? It was an imaginative answer for sure, but doesn't make a slightest bit of sense. And let me explain to you as to why, guys. This dude answered, I go crazy for, you know, the emoji sign of the hand signal that indicates the term okay. That emoji, that's it. I go crazy for, and the answer is the hand okay emoji. Yeah, if you are confused right now, guys, I'm still confused a couple of days later after seeing that one. Like, no freaking joke, right? Like, no freaking joke. I'm still confused. Like, what? I go crazy for the okay hand emoji. Elaboration needed? Elaboration required? Like, unless that means something else in the dating world that I clearly do not have an understanding of that language yet. What the hell does that freaking mean? What? Okay. Thank you, next. I'm like, nah. We're Gucci on that one. Oh my goodness. Hang on a minute. Why isn't it showing up? Okay. So, Bunda, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. For some reason, it's not showing up on my system for it to show up down here. But he says, my dating profile says, oh goodness. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. My dating profile says, if you listen to Alter Bridge, I am not dating you. Hey, dude. Oh, Bunda, I've missed you in the chat. I've missed you in the chat and your trolling ways. You little moo cow, you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Do you know what? Guess what? My dating profile says, I'm not dating you if you think Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is an excellent freaking movie. And for anyone that are proper OGs, you will get that. You will get that reference that I'm mentioning and how that applies to our Bunda. You'll get that. And if you don't, you don't. You're just not in the know. You're just not in the know. And oh my goodness, C-Kiss is in the house. Hey up, my friend. How's it going, honey? Thank you again for last week for giving me the proverbial social media digital bitch slap to get me back streaming and doing that haul video that I did on Saturday. Really, really appreciate your face. So thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream, which I am going to be winding down shortly. So this is the 10-minute warning, guys. I'm going to be winding down. So if anyone has any questions that they want to ask me, ask away. I will try and answer as many as I can. Anyone, though, that super chats or sends a donation via Stream Elements, PayPal, or Cash App with a message, with a question, they are going to be guaranteed to be answered. So do bear that in mind. So, yeah, CKs, thank you so much. Okay. Oh. Spectral Whisper says, I know it's considered an insult in Turkey, the okay sign. Which insult? I'm not sure, but yeah, like in Italy, if you point, that's an insult. Pointing is an insult. It's considered rude, pointing in Italy. So yeah, gotta be very, very careful with that. And I see Lewis in the chat. Lewis, I'm giving you your 10-minute warning, mate. Start powering up your stream. Gonna send everyone there. So everyone that's here, stay exactly where you are. I'm gonna then send you all over to nerd report for a raid there, so we can, you know, pass on the love, because that's how we roll here. Catch Up says, if I saw it, I would say he was easygoing and okay with most things. And why don't you just say that instead of a freaking emoji where I have to guess what he means? No, I'm Drax. So you gotta tell me outright. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. And oh yeah, Lewis, I see you. Thanks, Steph. Yeah, you're welcome. Get yourself set up, mate. Bunda, love that movie. Ah. Back in the day, do you remember, Bunda? We did that live stream where we were all watching Batman v Superman together. I think it was during one of the lockdown periods. And we were all chatting and, you know, trying to score the movie in terms of like the good bits and the bad bits. And I think I scored it at like a 2 or a 3, which I thought was quite generous for me. And you like scored it a freaking 10. I'm sorry, but if it takes freaking 2 hours in the movie to then start seeing Batman versus Superman and them kicking 10 bells of shiz out of each other, you've got to wait 2 hours in the movie for that to happen. Bearing in mind, the film is titled Batman v freaking Superman. I'm sorry, that's just an instant fail right there. It should not take 2 hours into a Batman v Superman movie to start seeing a Batman v Superman situation. No. So there we go. CK's happy Valentine's Day, or a happy Valentine's Day to you too, honey. I appreciate you so much. Thunder says, do you like tall or short guys, or does it matter? Don't really matter because I'm a bit of a shorty anyway. I'm 5'3", 5'4". So generally speaking, the majority of guys are already taller than me. I would prefer a guy that is taller than me. But yeah, that's that. Louis says the okay sign means a-hole. Fair enough. It's a good thing then that I was like, nope, next. Catch Up, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. I really appreciate that. Off to the upgrading the computer fund that goes. And it's the Mr. Green Blob. Oh, Mr. Green Blob. And it's just been like, mwah, and then loads of hearts come out. Oh, appreciate that, Catch Up. Thank you so much. NPNG Creative Media says, I'm going to tell Snyder on you. Like I care. Oh my goodness. Back in the day with Popcorn Planet, we faced the Snyder cult. We faced the Snyder Army head on. Because they didn't like the fact that we were critical of the Snyderverse. That we didn't like it. That we were like, we don't even want the freaking Snyder Cut. Like, what the hell, right? And then the Snyder Cut comes out, and it's like, why? What was that? Like, seriously. I'm really proper geeking and nerding out right now. But, no. We already faced the Snyder Army and the Snyder Cult, and guess what? We're still here and we're still alive, so there we go. So you can tell Snyder all you want. Guess what? Don't give a shiz. Next! Oh, hey up, Jamie says, hey up, Steph, your royal gobness. Happy Valentine's Day, love. Sorry I'm late. Oh, no need to apologise. I'm grateful you have joined in the first place. Thank you so much. Lewis is live. Okay, let me set up the redirect for that. Let me add that. Hey, there we go. I can save that. Let me just finish off a couple more of your comments before we end tonight. Matthew freaking Ray Biatcher. Yeah. 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 Oh, yay, Fisher. Yeah. Again, if anyone knows that reference, respect. That's proper OG, that one. But yeah, let me end with this particular story. So, again, without naming names, all right. I did have a couple of matches where I hearted them because on this particular app, right? If you like someone and you want to kind of get to know them more, you click this heart button, and then if they click the heart back, then the DMs then open, and then you can have a chat and get to know each other, right? Um, there's two that have ghosted me already. Okay, whatever. And there's one where we've had a bit of a chat, right? And yeah, I'm backing off because I like to nerd, I like to geek out, don't get me wrong. But this dude is basically the English equivalent of me dating Andy or Lewis. Yeah, no. No, I'm not there. No, no. Like I'm speaking to this gentleman, and he is really nice. He seems really nice. He's very polite, very cordial. Don't get me wrong. But as I'm talking to him, I'm getting this whole thing of it feels like I'm talking to Andy or Lewis. And if I'm getting that vibe, no. It's not meant. It's not meant. So thank you. Next. But yeah, I mean, a lovely dude. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got anything against him, and good luck to him in his search. But yeah, like I said, if I'm thinking as I'm speaking to him it's like I'm talking to Andy or Lewis, yeah, that's probably not a good thing. So for me, because then it's like I'm dating my brothers. Like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, I'd rather find someone that has different interests, that's willing to share those interests with me as I'm willing to share my interests with them. And so we're learning about each other every day. Um and we're two worlds, we're from like two different worlds in a way, and we're learning new things about each other, and new uh, um, hobbies and interests with each other, that kind of thing, right? Um, that is what would be really, really cool to have. Meeting someone that shares the same interests. Whilst it would be okay to share some interests, everything that you share is the same. No, no. Um, so yeah, that's that. And it looks like someone sneaking in with a final little super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity there, Carl GT. That's very, very kind of you. The $2 saying, what apps have you used? I'm not going to say. Only because I don't want people to kind of like actively then go on these apps to then try and find me. It's a thing. I don't want to say. I don't want to say basically. So there we go on that score. But yeah, Valhalla waits. Never settle. Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna settle. And how do I put this? There is someone I'm interested in. I don't think that person is interested in me, and that's absolutely fine. We can remain mates. Like, no hard feelings, don't get me wrong. But I want to find someone where that kind of spark and what I feel about that person for that to be replicated. Because, yeah, that. And if it's not there, well, I know I've got the capability to feel that and to experience that. So I know I can do that again, right? So there we go. Yeah, definitely not settle. Definitely not settle. I absolutely agree, Val Holloway. No one should settle. No one should. No one should. With that being said, you know what? I'm going to end it here. I want to thank every single one of you that joined. I really appreciate all your faces. If you haven't done so already, guys, if you're watching live or on the replay, make sure you subscribe to join this Alter Nerd tribe. Help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button. Like, share. Comment down below your dating stories, the good, the bad, the ugly. What did you learn? What do you think I should know about dating life now? Because 16 years is a hell of a long time. I can tell you that right now. So, any advice you've got, comment it down below. Also, as well, if you're watching on the replay and you've got this far, bloody hell, well done. But you can always send me a super thanks. Which is just below this video right here. If you do send me a super thanks, it does guarantee a response from me in the comments. But with that being said, guys, stay exactly where you are. We are going to raid Nerd Report. But until the next time, you guys, laters. Bye.